God's loving warning: the person you're craving is blocking your blessings. Beloved child, I see into the deepest places of your heart, the spaces you don't speak of, the emotions you silently carry, and the yearning that weighs upon your soul. You are craving someone. You feel pulled toward them so intensely that it's as though life wouldn't be complete without their presence. You've tied your joy, your peace, and even your purpose to them, believing that they hold the missing piece of your fulfillment. But I, the Lord your God, speak to you gently today, not to shame you, but to awaken you with truth wrapped in love. The one your heart longs for may not be the one I've chosen for you. Yes, I know how deeply this touches you. But my beloved, there are times when what you crave most is the very thing standing between you and the abundance I've already prepared. I see far beyond what you can see. While you're looking at the surface, at charm, beauty, connection, I see motives, intentions, and spiritual direction. Proverbs 14:12 speaks a word for you today: there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. KJV 19:25. You see, the desires of your heart are not wrong. I placed within you the capacity to love, to connect, to want companionship. But if you follow those desires without listening to my still small voice, you may end up lost in a place I never intended you to be. That person you are craving may seem essential to your happiness, but if they are not aligned with the path I've set before you, they are not a blessing, they are a barrier. Listen, my child. Sometimes, when you're so focused on one person, you stop noticing the quiet doors I'm opening right beside you. Opportunities, relationships, healing, each one carefully timed and lovingly arranged, can be missed because your gaze remains fixed on what was never meant to stay. My word says in Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace, and not of evil, to give you an expected end. I know what you need, and I also know what you're holding on to that's hurting you. So pause, breathe, let me whisper this into your heart: you are not alone, you are not forgotten. And you don't have to keep chasing what I never intended for you to hold. I want you to have peace, not the fleeting kind this world offers, but the eternal kind that flows from walking in step with me. I want your heart to be free, not just from pain, but from the weight of misguided longing. If this message has stirred something in your spirit, I invite you, take a moment to respond in faith. Comment below, speak to me, Lord. Let this be your declaration that you are ready to hear more of my truth, more of my love, and more of my divine guidance. And if you feel led, share this message with someone who may be craving a love that's pulling them away from me instead of drawing them closer. You never know how one word, shared in love, might unlock healing in another soul. Dear child, let go of what you think you need, and open your hands to what I have prepared. Release your grip on what feels good but leads to unrest. Trust my wisdom, not just my will. I don't withhold to punish, I redirect to protect. I don't remove to leave you empty, I clear the way to fill you more abundantly. There is so much more waiting when you trust my heart. Stay close to me, and I will lead you forward, with peace, with purpose, and with a love that never fails. dove emoji, if you feel the peace of this word. Subscribe to this channel for more messages from my heart to yours. Let my words become your daily strength. Let the journey toward your true blessing begin today. Beloved child, now that your heart is open, let me draw you deeper into truth. You've begun to sense that something isn't quite right. You've noticed moments of unease, restlessness in your spirit, heaviness in your chest when you're around this person or when you think of them. And still, you try to silence that inner stirring, hoping it's just fear, hoping it's just overthinking. But my precious one, those feelings are not random. They are not mistakes. They are signals, gentle whispers from me. I, the Lord your God, speak through peace. And when peace is missing, that is me speaking too. I don't always shout. I don't always shake the earth beneath you. Sometimes I simply withdraw the peace. Sometimes I speak in stillness. So your heart will lean in and listen closely. The confusion you feel, it's not from me. The anxiety, the second guessing, the sleepless nights, those are not signs of my blessing. They are signs of redirection. Think of it like this: when a door is truly from me, it does not slam against your spirit. It does not leave you bruised. My word says in Isaiah 55:12, "For ye shall go out with joy, and be led forth with peace. The mountains and the hills shall break forth before you into singing." Peace accompanies my path. When you are walking in my will, you'll feel a deep stillness. Even when the road ahead is unknown, I want you to reflect carefully. My child, is this person truly drawing you closer to me, or further away? Do you feel more whole, or more drained? Are you becoming the person I created you to be, or are you shrinking to keep their attention? These are not easy questions, but they are necessary ones. Sometimes, I allow these discomforts to rise within you, not to harm you, but to awaken you. Remember the story of Samson and Delilah in Judges 16. Samson had a divine calling, strength, purpose, favor. But his desire for Delilah blinded him to danger. He ignored the signs. He silenced the warnings. And in the end, his longing led him into captivity. I did not want that for him. Just as I do not want that for you. This is not a message of fear, it's a message of freedom. I am the God who opens doors. Yes. But I'm also the God who lovingly closes them when they lead you away from my heart. The person you're craving may not be evil, but they may not be aligned with your purpose. And when your purpose is great, the distractions are often subtle. That's why you must be attentive to my signals. Pause and examine the patterns. Have you noticed how often plans with this person fall apart? How often conversations leave you more confused than comforted? How many times you've questioned your worth trying to hold on to something unstable? These aren't coincidences, beloved. They are holy red flags, meant to save you from future heartbreak. I don't want you to settle for halfway love. I don't want you attached to someone who blocks the light I'm trying to shine into your life. If your heart is hearing me now, respond in faith. Type below, Lord, I hear you. Let this be the moment where you no longer brush off the signs I've placed around you. Let this be your act of obedience, The moment you stop leaning on your understanding and begin trusting mine. And if this word speaks to you, I invite you to stay connected. Subscribe to this channel where my voice can reach your heart daily, where you will receive the encouragement and clarity you need for every season. You are not alone in this journey. My hand is guiding you. My spirit is speaking. Trust me, child. When I remove your peace, it's only because I'm preparing something better. Wait patiently. Watch prayerfully. And walk faithfully. I am leading you forward, one peaceful step at a time. Beloved child, as you continue to open your heart to me, let me share with you a deeper truth. I see your desire to be loved, to be seen, to be cherished. These are not wrong desires, they were placed in you by me. I created you for connection, for companionship, for love. But not every person who enters your life is meant to stay. And not every person your heart desires is meant to walk the spiritual path I've designed for you. There are times when someone appears in your life and everything about them seems to align with what you've been praying for. They say the right words. They offer comfort in your loneliness. They make you feel wanted. And yet, something in your soul doesn't feel completely settled. That, my child, is my spirit stirring within you, showing you that what looks good on the outside may not be right for your journey. My word in 2 Corinthians 6:14 gives you wisdom for moments like this. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? My plan for your life is not just about temporary comfort, but about eternal alignment. I care more about your soul than your momentary emotions. I want you walking with someone who helps you grow closer to me, not drift further away. It's possible for two people to care for each other deeply, and yet not be walking in the same spiritual direction. One may be pursuing purpose while the other is clinging to the past. One may be called to rise higher while the other remains stuck in cycles that hold them back. And if you tie your journey to someone who is not aligned with my calling on your life, you will constantly feel a pull, a tension between who you are and who you were never meant to become. My precious one, I don't want that life for you. I don't want you dragging someone along when I've called you to soar. I don't want you shrinking your light to keep someone comfortable. I want you bold in your faith. I want you joyful in your purpose. I want you with someone who sees me in you and honors what I've placed inside of you. This is why I keep placing these subtle warnings on your path. This is why your spirit feels uneasy when you're with them. This is why you sometimes feel more lonely with them than when you are alone. It is not because you are broken, it is because you are growing. And what once felt comforting may no longer fit where I'm calling you to go. Beloved, hear me clearly, not everyone who enters your heart is meant to remain in your story. Some people are seasonal. Some are lessons, some are tests, and some are assignments of the enemy, sent to delay you, distract you, or detour you from my best. If this resonates with you, respond with faith. Type in the comments, Lord, align my heart with your will. Let it be your declaration of surrender, a moment of alignment between your desires and my divine purpose. And if you found clarity here, stay connected. Subscribe to this channel where my words can continually guide you in truth, peace, and power. Let this be your safe place, A place where my voice becomes louder than the confusion around you. You are not walking this path alone. I am with you, step by step, moment by moment. Keep your eyes on me, not on who walked into your life, but on who walks with you forever. My child, when you choose me over your cravings, you make room for the relationships I've handpicked for your future. Release what's misaligned. Embrace what's divine, because what I have for you is sacred. And it begins with surrender. Beloved child, you may not understand it now, but every moment of unrest, every unanswered prayer, every door that didn't open, it has all been part of my loving redirection. I know your heart is tender. I see how you've tried to make things work with this person. You've held on with hope, with faith, believing that love alone could change everything. But I need you to hear this, gently and clearly, when I redirect you. It is never to punish, it is to protect. I am your father. I am your shepherd. I am your defender. I see what you cannot see. And I guard you not only from visible storms but also from invisible traps. The delay you feel, the discomfort you sense, the heaviness that seems to linger, all of it is me, gently turning your heart away from something that cannot carry the weight of your calling. Let me remind you of Proverbs 3:5-6, KJV 19:25, Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. You may have believed this person was the answer, but I am the one who writes your story. And I never make mistakes. There are moments, beloved, when I block your plans to make room for my promise. When I take away what seems good to give you what is divine. You prayed for peace, but now you feel conflicted. You prayed for love, but now you feel drained. This is not the love I desire for you. My love never leaves you questioning your worth. My blessings do not come wrapped in anxiety. I know the thoughts you've been having, but what if I just hold on a little longer? What if I'm the one who needs to change? What if I let go and never find someone again? Oh my child, those questions come from fear, not from faith. And fear has no place in the plans I have for you. Remember Lot's wife in Genesis 19, when I was calling her forward. She looked back. She clung to what was familiar even though it was destroying her. And in looking back, she missed the promise. Don't look back, my beloved. Don't mourn what I've removed. Instead, lift your eyes. Look ahead. I am doing a new thing. If the path ahead feels unfamiliar, that's because it's new. And I, your God, am already there waiting for you. If you feel me speaking to your spirit now, I invite you to respond with trust. Write these words in faith below. Lord, I trust your redirection. This is not just a comment, it's a declaration, a surrender, a choice to follow me even when you don't fully understand where I'm leading. And if this message has been a light to your soul, subscribe to this channel where my voice continues to meet you in love, wisdom, and peace. Let every word remind you that I am with you, and I will never lead you astray. You are not walking into loss, you are walking into purpose. You are not being rejected, you are being protected. You are not being delayed, you are being prepared. So don't resist my redirection. Embrace it, because what I have ahead of you is far greater than anything you thought you left behind, and my path, though narrow at times, always leads to blessing, always leads to peace, and always leads to me. Beloved child, I know this is the hardest part. I see the struggle within you. I feel the battle between your heart and your spirit. You've carried this longing for so long, it has almost become a part of you. The idea of letting go feels like tearing away something sacred, something necessary to your happiness. But listen to me now. With your heart wide open, letting go is not losing, it is the beginning of true gain. You've been holding on, believing that the strength of your love could fix everything, that your patience would be enough to change the outcome. But my beloved, I never asked you to carry what was never yours to keep. I never designed you to carry the weight of relationships that pull you away from my peace, that make you question your worth, that quietly suffocate your joy. You've been loyal to a connection that no longer aligns with my calling on your life. I'm not asking you to walk away in bitterness, I'm inviting you to walk away in faith. Because when you release what is not mine, you make room for what I have ordained. Genesis 13 reminds you of Abraham and Lot, two people connected by family, history, and love. But the time came when Abraham had to separate, so that the fullness of my promise could come. That decision wasn't easy. It required courage. It required obedience. But what followed was blessing so great, it overflowed into generations. This is your moment, child. Your Abraham moment. The time to loosen your grip, to surrender what you've been holding, and to trust me with the outcome. I see your tears. I know the ache. But I promise you, every tear you cry in obedience will water the soil of your future blessings. My plan for you is not wrapped in confusion, chaos, or compromise. My plan is filled with clarity, peace, and joy unspeakable. And sometimes, the first step toward that plan is simply this: let go. My word in Jeremiah 29:11, KJV 1925, still stands today, for I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord. Thoughts of peace, and not of evil, to give you an expected end. I am not taking something from you, my child, I am giving something better. I am giving you wholeness. I am giving you healing. I am giving you freedom. That craving, that attachment, that soul tie that has left you exhausted, I'm asking you to lay it at my feet, and I will carry it. I will heal you. I will restore what was lost, and I will replace what was broken with something far more beautiful. If your spirit feels this call, I invite you to respond. Type below, Lord, I surrender. Let this be your act of faith, your first brave step into the life I've prepared just for you. And if this message has brought clarity to your soul, stay close. Subscribe to this channel where my words of love will continue to pour into your life. Let my voice be the one that guides your heart, not the voice of doubt, not the voice of fear, not the voice of the past. You are not walking away from love. You are walking toward my love. You are not giving up. You are growing up in faith. You are not losing your future. You are finally stepping into it. So take my hand, my child. Trust the process, because what I have ahead is far greater than anything you are releasing now. Let go. and watch the heavens open with blessings you never imagined. Beloved child, now that your heart has begun to surrender, now that you are loosening your grip on what was never meant to stay, I want you to lift your eyes. Lift them above the pain, above the confusion, above the fear that has held you back. Because what lies ahead of you is not sorrow, it is promise. What waits for you is not emptiness, it is overflow. You have trusted me enough to let go. Now trust me enough to move forward. I, the Lord your God, have prepared a path filled with radiant light, divine peace, and blessings that flow not in drops, but in rivers. The moment you choose to walk away from what blocks you, you step into what builds you. The heaviness you've felt is lifting now because your spirit is aligning with my will. Psalm 84:11, KJV 1925, declares this truth over your life. For the Lord God is a sun and shield, the Lord will give grace and glory, no good thing will he withhold from them that walk uprightly. Child, I am your sun, shining light on your next steps. I am your shield, defending you from what you never even saw coming. I am your source of joy, of love, of every good thing. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter where you walk in freedom, clarity, and strength. You will meet people who honor your worth. You will walk through doors that once seemed locked. You will experience peace, not because circumstances are perfect, but because I am guiding every detail. But hear me clearly, beloved, this new path requires faith. It requires your full attention. It requires you to stop glancing back at what you've released. Remember Lot's wife, who looked back and lost the promise. Do not look back. I know it's tempting. I know the familiar feels safe. But I am not calling you to what is familiar. I am calling you to what is faith-filled. Take my hand and walk boldly. I go before you. I stand beside you. I follow behind you. Every step you take toward me is a step away from confusion and closer to clarity. A step away from anxiety and closer to peace. A step away from counterfeit love and closer to my authentic blessing. If this word has touched your heart, respond by declaring in the comments, I'm walking into my blessing. Let that be your declaration of courage, your step of obedience, your sign that you are done settling for less than what I, your Creator, designed just for you. And if you've felt my voice in these words, beloved, subscribe to this channel. Let it be a wellspring of my truth in your life, a sacred space where my love reaches your soul day by day. The life I have for you isn't found in the rear view mirror, it's found on the path ahead, where your faith becomes sight, where your obedience meets reward, and where your heart begins to dance again in joy. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. You are right on time for my purpose. So come, beloved, step forward, step freely, step fully, because the blessings I've prepared for you are waiting just ahead. And this time, they won't be delayed this time. They won't be blocked this time. They are yours.